I'm in my element. I'm who my brother sent. Lightning, wind, fire, water, they gon' let us in.
And when we enter, we prepare for the combat. Get the W word declared, he know we on that.
Together we stand 300, who 4 brothers. Lightning travels through water, wind, spread fire.
Elementary, how the elements be our destiny. Best my brother, best believe I'm bringing destiny.
We fight each other, train together, bleed together. Crush from debtors, try to get us. You ain't ready to meet the brothers.
We ain't unison, what you doing, son? Move for you catch the moves we be doing, so do some.
I tried to warn them, had to show them, now we wanna on them. Believe my inner element, don't need to sneak up on them.
Play with fire, get burned, don't be shocked when you learn we got wind of your rain, you overturned. 4 brothers that build a bond as orphans, with they fighting ability, battlegrounds are they office. Clemens got them ready for war, training for days upon days, you know they ready for more. The superhuman powers could bury any of y'all. They all about that action, quiet, plenty of talk. Painting a masterpiece, martial artist Picasso. Pick them out the villain with skills, you know they got those.
It's more than blood, it's more than heart. I can't explain, where should I start? It's about to get replaced, better know the face. You'll never go through battle alone, I'm on the way. Meditation for the mind that's listening to angels sing. Throne of vengeance not the way, but I have them at heaven's gate with each other. We train and pray my brothers live another day. Pray my brothers live another day.
We on that. We on that. We on that. We on that.
Dude, I'm ready.
Where is this soundtrack when I need to work out?
Let's go.
I'm ready.
Where's the soundtrack when I need to work out?
I'm
The
ready.
soundtrack came from my boys, Jimmy Inc. and Young Eyes. They actually were the ones rapping on the track.
I was going to ask you, I'm like, who's doing that? Because
yeah, they've been doing
yeah,
music for a minute now, so they decided to bless me with that.
Man, if that ain't something you can work out to and get hype at the same time, just for no reason.
go to the gym when I get off work tomorrow. Like,
I'm hoping to actually have another one in process. I wanted it to be ready by this Kickstarter, but it's going to be a bit on a delay because the person that normally helps us do the animation kind of like had an issue with like his team or whatever, so he's kind of like doing things solo now. So I got to give him more time to get it done. So
I know animation is not cheap.
That's
because I am looking for a crew. I have a crew. I just need like a 2-minute intro, not even 2 minutes. I just need like a minute, and then the rest I can throw footage over. I'm like just the crew just teaming up. I got a whole thing in my mind. I'm working on it.
Y'all can't tell me that soundtrack did not have that New York flavor right in there. As soon as it hit, that bass went boom. I said, "The Burrows, you can hear it." Oh Lord have mercy. Because if your head didn't start, because mine, as soon as it came on, I was like, "Oh, here we go, let's go." I ain't work out like Spartan though, but yeah,
it's gonna make you want to. That's what I'm saying.
It's gonna make me want to read. That's what it make me want to
do. So speaking of the soundtrack, the influence of hip hop is definitely New York felt.
Oh, absolutely.
And as someone who is big on hip hop, I'm big on New York hip hop. I'm not gonna lie.
Would never have guessed. Really, get out of here. You
just listening to Nas and DJ Premier's new one earlier today. And LL got a new one out. So I mean,
I hear LL is doing something with Eminem. Actually, like
I wouldn't doubt it.
Oh wow!
Thing that someone was trying to send me. I haven't listened to it yet, and I was like, "What? LL rapping again? Oh, I gotta hear this! Like, let's go!"
It's weird. It's weird because there's a clip out there in this Generation Z, and they said listening to the most offensive Eminem single, and I'm like, isn't all of them like that?
Yeah,
right.
You just have to listen to one where he is just really good.
And then when they played the song, and I'm like, that's like 20 years old.
Yeah. This is Eminem. Like, this is what he's known for.
I'm like, you're Oh Lord.
You just want to sit there and go, and you thought this was bad? Let's take you back to his earlier stuff.
Oh my goodness, bro. That man was a
Like, have
beast,
y'all heard
man.
this song, Stan?
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Their
heard it.
Their reactions were just like, damn.
If you play Stan for these kids today, they're gonna be like, he had mental issues.
And we turned out just fine.
Right.
He needs to be
So-
healed. He needs to
So
be healed.
when you are writing, what music do you think of? What artists do you think of when you're writing your stories? What's like that song was get you amped. So
yeah.
What gets you like in that zone?
So I definitely listen to Nas and Nas, Lupe Fiasco,
Nice.
or like the two people that I listen to. Oh, I see someone rolling her eyes. I don't think she likes Lupe Fiasco.
Wait.
I enjoy his music. It's just that sometimes he says some really stupid things. So
The music is fine. Some of the other stuff
The music
outside.
is fine. Some of the stuff that he says outside of the music is dumb.
Okay, that's a fair.
I would love Kick Push, and everything else I just throw it out the window, okay? Because Kick Push is my anthem. Everything else,
Those first 3 albums I had on repeat for
yeah.
quite a while.
It's the way he raps. He's not like any other. Like you really gotta listen to what he's saying to like really catch on. Like I feel like I gotta open like my encyclopedia just to educate myself enough to understand what he's trying to say. Like that's how I feel when he spits.
I got Scorp King over in the IG channel. He says, "Watch your mouth, Fury. No Bridgerton slander." Hey, I haven't touched Bridgerton.
I'm just saying, you can call One Piece a cult, and then I'm just saying teapot meet kettle. That's all I'm saying.
I don't watch Bridgerton either, so
apparently a good portion of the crew does though. So I got to get on the ball with it. So
Dumb It Down, that was another one. Dumb It Down was one of my favorite Lupe songs because
Dumb It Down.
He wasn't lying.
You want to talk about how you want some mainstream radio up in one song? That right there.
I'm gonna go listen to that later. I ain't heard that.
I think Superstar is the one that first got me hooked because that second verse, just that second verse was just like wow. Like he just took you through the core of the earth, out through China, then back into space. Like like that's a whole verse he just did. You know, like I thought that was real creative.
So we talked about animes you've watched and the influences there. We've talked about the music that influences the writing. We've talked about what influences that created the elements. What is a dream project you want to do? Would you like to see? Obviously you want to see this as an anime. It's obvious from the trailer, which I could see something like this over at Blurred Station. Just one extra piece to the puzzle. Like, I mean, we are looking for stuff like that, you know, because there's people like yourself that look like us, that represents us, that talks about us and tells stories from our point of view, fresh stories that we've been clamoring for, you know, between yourself, Midnight Comics, Concrete Comics, Wingless, Jesus Christ, you know, all these indie comic artists and writers who are out here, and they're out here. I'm gonna have to make a Bible because they're out here and they deserve so much shine. They deserve so much accolade, and those stories need to be told because no shade to the Marvels and the DCs, you know, because one thing we don't do, we don't trash the king and the queen. And over in DC, we don't trash John Stewart.
That part.
Or Vixen for that matter, you know, or Nubia. Those are the three we don't trash.
And don't forget Joe. We don't
Joe.
Joe.
But you know, we like to see more. You know, I remember some people were talking about, oh, black people always get electrical powers. Why is that? And I said, it's the most dangerous one. You know, I'm not opposed to it, but I get what they're saying. We need to see more, you know, different styles of how they use their powers. Like when they do Storm, fantastic. When they do Black Lightning, fantastic. You know, when they do Virgil Hawkins or Static, fantastic. But we need fresh takes on certain things, and it's just fun to finally see that, you know, you got these different heroes with these great looks, and we don't get that a lot. And I'm glad when you have something like yours, it's something that needs to be seen. Maybe.
Well, first of all, Jerry, it's this seeing you come as far as you come, my man. It makes me proud every time I see you post and create, and with the Kickstarter coming out for the new one. So you already know from the time you and I chatted till now, with all the growth that you have made, the lessons you've learned during the course of creating the elements and the whole franchise, what would you say was the greatest lesson that you've learned thus far out of this whole process?
Don't give up. I mean, that's just, I know that's very basic and everything to say, but it's kind of like coming from me, who's a writer, you know, and like I said, I've had this story written out for quite a bit and it's been evolving and everything. And for me, the biggest obstacle was like, yeah, this is never going to happen because, you know, I don't draw. And unfortunately, the person that I did want to draw was too busy to do the drawing. So it just never happened. And, but because I continued, you know, what I wanted to do, an artist, a friend of mine that I've known for quite some time, was like, hey, if you want, I can bring these, you know, artworks to life. Just start drawing these characters for you. And I was like, oh, really? So that kind of sparked the original creation of the elements. And then once he drew out the characters, I already knew how I wanted it to be. I wanted to be a little bit more of an anime style creator. So I've been through groups on Facebook. I've been to groups on the outside. Like I found out there's like a whole undercover world out there where people meet up in like restaurants or different places just to geek out, you know, just to bring their action figures and everything together. And I've joined those groups looking for artists and everything. And, you know, I happened to stumble on an artist that we were all like, you know, appreciated. And this guy was the first person that created the elements, and that's issue 0. That's the very first one. This came out in what, 2016? I
Yeah.
want to say we dropped that. And we didn't really drop that with like, it's not like issue 1, like with the backstory. It was just kind of like, I guess kind of like the show you guys were just talking about, how the first 10 minutes is just action. That's kind of how we created this book, because we just wanted to like get people like involved, like, oh, this looks great, you know, what's the story to this? And then
Thank you,
eventually
Anime
go
Inc.
back. Yeah, and then go back to the original, which is issue 1, and now we're about to release issue 4. And it's just like, from all the negative things that I've experienced, because after that artist, my mistake was I didn't ride that wave into issue 1, 2, 3, and 4. I took like a hiatus. It's not until COVID happened, which
Well,
apparently happened for a lot of people, caused people to settle down and really, you know, bunker down on like their hobbies or things they've always wanted to work on.
Right.
Unfortunately for me, I was working through COVID. There's no day off for a medic. So
yeah.
I was working through COVID, but working on my project kept me grounded, especially from everything that I was seeing and experiencing. It kept me grounded. So it allowed me to buckle down and really get into that. And that's when issue 1 came. And even with that, I found another artist to do issue 1. Because if you look from issue 1 to issue 2, 3, and 4, it's 2 separate artists.
I,
Because the first artist I had a lot of issues with, a lot of delays, is going through a lot of stuff and everything. So I had to cancel that. And then I had to find a new artist. And I've been working with this artist. She's been great ever since. And I'm like, yo, like these are the trials and errors people don't see. These are the things that you experience. So, like for me, whenever I tell my story, I like to tell my negatives first. I don't want anyone to think, hey, yeah, you've gotten this far just by waking up. Absolutely not. I
Oh,
failed at everything multiple times.
hey,
You
a
know,
lot of people don't see that
they don't. You know,
like you just don't wake up. You just don't wake up knowing how to bake a cake. You gonna
absolutely
fail.
not.
Yeah,
Nope.
they see the finished product, but they don't know the steps, the
Oh,
processes, and the levels that it took.
They don't see the burn pans. They don't see the
Oh my
burn
goodness,
pans.
man. They really don't.
That's what they don't see.
They don't see the sensu bean I gotta keep in my back pocket, man,
Man,
every
what?
day and getting beat down, and like they just don't see that, you know. Like even the
Right.
animation, I'll tell you right now, that the first animation I created, and I'll even send it to you guys afterwards, so you guys can just see the difference. These guys charge me nearly triple for what I paid for the animation that you guys got now. And when I
Damn.
tell you, it's horrible compared to what I got.
Mhm.
It's no joke, you know.
Oh,
So
oh
it's
yeah.
I hope they are no
unfortunate.
longer in business because,
you
and
know,
I don't mean that in a mean way, but you can't push a product and you say it's great, but you're charging people all of this, and they come back to you and they tell you that it's bad, and you don't listen because a lot of these
mhm.
companies do that. They'll tell you, "Well, this is the best we got." Well, for the price you paying me, you should have bought me a damn car. You
Yeah,
serious?
exactly. You know, like
Mhm.
it looks like they were just more focused on getting every bit of cent they can get out of you. Every little change was like, oh, well, you gotta pay this, and oh, you want to change this, oh, you gotta pay this, and everything. And it was just like, after I paid for it and I got the product done, I was just like, yeah, this ain't all that great, you know. So,
Yeah.
but then this
You'd be
guy,
like, I'm good. I'm good.
yeah, you know, but this artist basically, when he first got into animation, he came to me because he's been doing work for me, like also from the beginning. He's done like a lot of promotional artwork for me and everything.
Mhm.
So when he was getting into the animation, he reached out to me and was like, you know, I'm getting into animation. Is there anything you'd like for me to help you with? Because you supported me for so long, I would like to pay it back. And I was like, bet this is like the first thing that I wanted to have done. So, you know, let's start with that. And then that created the animation, you know. So you're always going to go through trials and errors, and it's always going to seem like, you know, you're at your wits' end. I
Mhm.
do recommend sometimes when you do feel that you're getting beat down, is to step back because you're
Yeah.
never gonna find the
You
answer
might
to the problem
That
you might
when you're
overload.
angry, when you're overloaded. Like take that step back, you know, do
Mhm.
something. So many times I felt so overloaded, and I was just like, damn, I don't know how to get past this. And then I go out with my boys and I'm hanging out and like during the whole discussion, I'm like, yeah, this. Wait, that's the answer. And then it's like,
Yeah, yep, yep.
you know, and I gotta run back and you know, it's like there it goes, you know. So I
Yeah.
always recommend when you're feeling that overloaded, you know, just take that step back, clear your mind, and the answers will come.
I'm
You know.
glad you mentioned that you knew someone who had already been doing promotional art and they stepped up and said, you know what, let me help you out. I know what
Yeah.
that feels like. You know,
Hmm.
shout out to Terry Huddleston. He made my first avatar and I love it. I absolutely love it. And, you know, Villainous Beats, who does a lot, who pretty much is, he's like one step away from being the house DJ of the ship. So I've got so much beats from him for just various things. And then, you know, shout out to G Black who did the first intro of the show, and then shout out to Crazy 8 the Great who did the second version of the intro of the show, you know, because these are people that they like what we were doing and they were like, yo, you've been supporting us for so long.
Mhm.
Let me help you out.
Yeah.
And that's what it, you know, and I'm not even looking for the handout. I'm not looking for the hookup. I'm just,
Hmm.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, all right. I'll take it.
Hmm.
Ain't what
So
you
Definitely.
want.
yeah, Whoopty, got a question?
Um, seeing how far you've come with your animation and your comics, my question for you is there anything you would want to tell your younger self about the road it took to get you to where you are?
Oh yeah. 2016, bro. Don't stop. Keep going. Don't take that break. Because we would have been to issue like 10, 12 by now if you didn't, you know, stop and take that hiatus. We would have been further more down the line. But I'm also someone that believes that everything happens for a reason. because
Mhm.
even when I first started the Instagram and started, trying to build my Instagram, one of the first people I met was Concrete Comet, Lonzo.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
from there, for years I've been following Concrete. They've invited me on the shows. Like I told you guys, this is my weakest point. This is why I feel that I haven't also blown up as much as I can, because I don't like being in front of the camera. Like my dream is
We can
actually
change
to
that.
be
We can
like,
change.
yeah,
Yeah.
like I'd rather be in a booth somewhere popping out comics while someone else is like in the face of it. Like I don't like doing this stuff, but I know I have to. And
Jared,
Concrete Comics was like one of the first people to like, yeah, bro, you come on live with us. Yeah, yeah, you're gonna do some live with us. So we're gonna try and get that out of there. And I've been doing lives with them from the beginning and everything, and they introduced me to a few people that I call like, close friends now,
Mhm.
and it all started with them. So,
That's what I love.
Concrete,
That's what I love
always
about.
appreciate you guys.
That's what I love about
Mhm.
this blurred community. That there are those who are really like bring you out your shell, make you feel comfortable, willing to offer support, point you in the right direction for help.
Hmm.
They're there. And yeah, it's just toxicity. It's toxicity in every camp of life.
Everything. Yep.
So it's not just one thing, but they I can truly say, and like Skip over at Blurred Over, he just did his very first African American Comic Con, out there in Alabama. And the fact that people were offering their services
mhm.
for free because
Wow.
they were just like, we like what you're doing. We like what this is going to be about. It's for the community. You're fostering young minds and older minds in this nerd culture and making them feel comfortable to be in that space and to offer. They say, hey man, don't worry about the space. We got you. What? Don't worry about this. We got you. What? So it's the grace of God that
And this
stuff
double
like that
take,
happens.
like, wait, are you sure? Like, what?
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
this a setup? Are you trying to set me up right now?
right.
Right.
So Anime Ink Art says a lot of us that do art or comics sometimes are showing our face. We've gotten better, but some days I don't want to. I get it. I get it. It's that social battery thing, and I get it.
Mhm.
I have it. People like Chris, you easy to talk to. Yes, I am. There's times I'm talking, and I'm like, I'm exhausted, but you'd never know it.
Hmm.
Like I can flip it. It's a switch. I can flip it on because somebody needs something, and I like to offer that kind of help. So I like to be that bridge. I'm like, hey, whatever I can do, let me know.
But you see, you guys can hold your own lives by yourself, and that's a special talent. Like I watch Unc do his lives, and he'll go on and he'll just talk and he'll preach and everything, just so comfortable in front of the camera by himself. And it's like, for me, if I gotta jump on by myself, you probably get 10 minutes from me, tops,
Mhm.
tops. Because it's hard for me to, especially by myself, to keep a conversation going or just to keep talking about something and that, etc. Like, so when I see people do it, to me, it's just like so amazing. Like that is a true talent that I don't think people realize that they have, because they don't realize people like me that can't even fathom just doing something like that.
Yeah.
Especially for
Now,
long.
if you're a dick, that's a different. You're going to get a different fury. that Aries shows up real quick and becomes a smart ass, and like, yeah. So what I'm saying is like what Spartan says: don't be a dick. We all be cool. Spartan, you got a question?
The only thing I guess I have to ask, because with the elements, because I was really looking at your IG page, and I love the whole idea aspect of it. I mean, don't get me wrong, the music is fire. I definitely love that. But from just, I guess, and this is a question you've already answered. Please forgive me for sounding like a broken record. But when you say it's the Dices, or am I pronouncing that right when I say Dices Saga?
Dices, yep.
Okay. How did you come up with that? As far as using that as the, I guess, the beginning of your story? for this particular outlet?
So originally, when I created the Element story, it was obviously designed to be an anime. So, like we were just discussing, animation costs a ton of money. So we realized after a while, like that wasn't going to be like the stepping stone that we're going to use. We have to get into comics. So I've written this story out, like I said, a while ago, but now it's now converting it into a comic book. That was kind of like challenging for me. So with that being said, Dices is kind of, I want to say he's like the Raditz of the comic. Like he is like the first biggest villain that the brothers have to face
Okay.
once being
The
introduced
Raditz,
to their ability. You know, because they just got their powers of the elements. Like they were already discovered that they were already different from normal people. Because the backstory, basically, they were found, there was 4 babies that were found abandoned in the woods. And they were picked up by sisters from an orphanage and they were raised in that orphanage. And even growing up, like they noticed like these kids are like stronger, faster, they barely get hurt. Like, you know, they're not normal. So now finding these stones, giving them the powers of the elements, now you have this group called the Chronos that are coming because they've been searching the cosmos for these 4 stones. So once discovered, basically sent out like a beacon, was like, yo, we found the stones, they're here, we need, you know, someone strong, because we, you know, if you've seen like the first issues, like, yeah, we got our butts kicked, we need you to send someone stronger to try and come and get these stones. And then that's where the Dice saga begins. So his thing is supposed to be like he can kind of like cut matter, like he has the ability to cut through matter and everything. So
gotcha. Oh no, I just like, I mean, that I do dig. I like actually the direction of where you're going with that, because I, you know, whenever I see certain titles, I'm just curious how those titles came to be. And yours kind of, you know, when I saw Dices, I was like, that reminds me of and this is probably showing my age, and I know probably Chris and maybe you're gonna agree with me on this. This is probably, I mean, when you said Dices, I was thinking more like Fist of the North Star. I was thinking Macros.
Yep.
So that's all I was like, oh, he gets it. He gets it from oh, that got my attention.
For the record, when he mentions Fist of the North Star, he means the anime, not the live action.
Yeah.
No, we will never talk about the live action. No.
That blasphemy.
But most live anime movies are blasphemy. I want to say, honestly, until One Piece came out, I wasn't a big fan of these live action things. You know,
it's a lot hard shoes to fill.
Yeah, it really is. Really, like when you think about, here's the fun, like if you think about like Dragon Ball Z, and I hate for that word to even come out of my mouth, but that movie, that live action movie.
And for the record, that movie, we've had the guy who wrote the movie, that wasn't the one he wrote. He said,
oh man,
yeah,
that was a studio decision.
And this is what I always say about that. And I'm like, do you know what's crazy? If you took Matrix, the last Matrix movie, part 3, and you titled it Dragon Ball Z, that would have been a better Dragon Ball Z movie, hands down.
I said this. I literally said
perfect Dragon Ball Z movie.
That was it. That third one when him and Smith are fighting, and I'm like, me and my son are in the theater, like, this is Dragon Ball.
This is Dragon Ball, like, dude.
This is what we should have gotten. You know,
this is like the androids, because even when you're watching it, it has like the android aesthetic to it, because it's like, you know, Goku or like Vegeta fighting Android 18, they're equal, or Vegeta's a little stronger. What ends up beating him is that they don't lose energy.
Right.
We do.
Yeah.
And you see that slowly happens during the fight. And I'm there like, this is the Android saga we're looking at. How is it that we got this from the Matrix and then we got this trash for a Dragon Ball Z movie?
It's like you said, you came out during the time the Matrix trilogy was coming out, which means you came out in the midst in the action scenes. That I'm like, this make it make sense, Lord.
It says a lot that how can one movie get the fight scenes down right, and you're looking at the other movie like, y'all just didn't go to the movies the same time we did. See this?
I feel more like, why are you here?
Once again,
Mhm.
It just had you in the
Oh, facts.
had you in the
I don't
moments.
get it.
Had you in the
I
moments.
don't get it.
So I want to show that Kickstarter for the people that's out there watching and
Yes.
listening and
Mhm.
everything else. You said July 12th is when the Kickstarter starts off.
July 10th.
July 10th. So
Yep.
July 10th, you want to go check this Kickstarter out. Check it out now. Go check it out now. You want to go show your love and show your support over there. And this is how you do it. Jerry, we're gonna take a break. And we're gonna come back. We're gonna do some little bit of news, and then we're gonna talk about have you been watching the Acolyte?
Ooh.
Like, no,
Okay.
I have not started yet. I've been hearing so many mixed things about it. I'm like, I don't
Worry,
know.
worry not about the mixed things. This is
Okay.
I got a better question. Is he coming to BlurCon?
Yeah, are you coming to BlurCon?
Maybe not this year because
No.
I just
Oh
came
my
back.
gosh.
I just came back from North Carolina.
Maybe something like one day. Oh my God! I can see
Maybe
now
just
just
say-
falling out. You know how the kids be acting out in the store. Wow.
I don't
Maybe-
ask
maybe-
for too much. And this is
Maybe
how
just
I
said goodnight, everybody.
That's all right,
Well,
though.
we are going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to cover two movie reviews, and we're going to be talking about the Acolyte episode 5 Night. And I got what we wanted, but at the same time, it was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot. So we'll be right back.
If I get out the Prince of All Saiyans, help me with this next announcement.
Hey, want to see something cool?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so Order. Thank you. Yes, so the Blurred's Eye View crew for a second year in a row has officially been approved for press at DreamCon, which means July 26th through 28th you can catch us in the Austin Convention Center. We'll be catching up with friends, catching up with our mutuals, hanging out with some of our favorite creators, going to press events, going to tournaments, getting to see some premieres, going to panels, going to see Deadpool and Wolverine because that drops the same weekend, as well as just seeing some of our favorites, giving them their flowers, and conducting interviews while we're there. If you're curious about last year's DreamCon or any previous con coverage we've done in the past, I highly recommend you please check out our interview playlist. That has all our previous con coverage on it, as well as all the cool sit-downs we've gotten to do. Thank you, DreamCon, once again for having us. Really looking forward to the big weekend. See y'all in Austin.
Oh, I can't wait till I get my hands on this pop start steak and tell me that's not the last pop start cake steak. Hmm? With all the vitamins and minerals that are included in Pop Starts, they still manage to bring a family together. Blurred's Eye View is a proud affiliate of Otaku Noir. Use the code Blurred's Eye View for 10% off on all items. With a different nerd-themed box filled with items made by talented blurs across the country, you surely will not be disappointed. Go to otakunoir.com. Otaku Noir, the #1 blurred mystery box company.
I'm Tony Weaver Jr., author of Weirdo and player of Magic the Gathering, and you are watching Blurred's Eye View.
All right, we are back. We got a couple reviews to check out. Came down the pipe, and I think I'm gonna start with this first one. I had been hearing about it for the longest, and was curious. One, because it stars Christopher Jamal Evans. Yes, that is that man's middle name. Folks didn't believe me. Captain America's middle name is Jamal. It's from Boston, which is also weird. But this one is starring Chris Evans, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and Commissioner Gordon. I'm sorry, but he's always going to be Commissioner Gordon. This is this is Red 1.
497, 498, 499, 500.
Let's go heavy. Got it.
Yeah.
Control.
Go on, brush your shoulders off.
Red 1 is on the move.
Evening, ladies. What are you so excited about? Of course, your boyfriend's here. Who's with Red? Reach!
Someone took that. We're gonna find him.
I'm bringing in Jack O'Malley. He's probably the best tracker in the world.
The guy's a legend. What am I doing here?
Last night, Red 1, also known as St. Nicholas of Myra, was abducted from the North Pole complex.
Are you saying Santa Claus has been kidnapped? Garcia?
What the hell?
You can't trust this guy. He's on the list. You don't mean...
Yes, that list. NL4. Are you telling me this clown is a level 4 naughty lister?
A level 4 naughty lister?
Oh, is that funny to you?
Hey! You're gonna help us find Nick.
Come on, let's go. Grab a car. For what?
You don't have a Wonder Woman action figure, do you?
It's not how it works. Come on.
There's much in here that is not of the natural world.
Who's that?
Krampus. What are they doing?
They're playing crappish slop.
If you don't leave me here, I might just go back to the car.
We need to prepare for the possibility of no Christmas.
There's worse ways to go out than trying to save Santa Claus.
We got snowmen!
That was so disturbing.
Interesting. My turn! Oh my god. My face still there?
Yeah, it is.
Good.
Yeah,
that looks like some fun.
That sloppy sport is really becoming famous.
The polar bear got me.
Oh yeah.
It's those type of films, like when it comes to Christmas films, it's those type of films like that, or the Santa Chronicles that they have on Netflix with Kurt Russell. Those are fun. Those are just fun. It kind of takes out the normal Rudolph and Frosty and Charlie Brown type of vibe. Those are fun, which is why I like watching The Grinch starring Jim Carrey. That's just fun. You know, it's not just, especially his whole getting ready for the party scene. That's hilarious to me. But that will always be hilarious to me. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have fun watching that one, just because J.K. Simmons, whom no one knew this guy was that ripped until they showed him working out. Yeah, they didn't know he was like that until he was working out for Justice League, and we only got him for like 2 minutes, and he was in the trench coat, and I'm like, y'all had this man in the gym like he was about to do some damage.
What was that other movie he was in? The Tomorrow War?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. So I guess in this movie, Santa Claus got high blood pressure, diabetes, and decided that I'm gonna lose all my weight. I'm gonna get built. Let's do this.
It's him pushing up to 500 and then turn around and said, let's go heavy. And I'm thinking of Spartan, and I'm like,
yeah, that's the first thing I thought. I was like, clank. I said, oh Lord, that's Spartan. There, y'all. That's Spartan level right there. It's like, go heavier. Okay, somebody go get Obi, please, because this is not going to end well. Okay.
Oh, the training arc starts soon for him.
Oh shit.
So Tafari, we'll start with you. What do you think? Red one.
I was just tripping on seeing J.K. Simmons without a role focusing on the mustache or yelling. So this is already also not competing with Sonic this December. Smart move. So I'm gonna give you all that.
He said Rock is doing his in between WrestleMania running, TKL, UFC, WWE, buying football teams, the online smear campaign breathing down his neck, and having cheat days where he's eating like 20 pancakes with Terramana infused syrup. And that part I just added on.
I can really get past 2. Bump that.
He said J.K. Simmons is the real Hiroshi. He is. He is. He does put him a Hawaiian shirt on, a turtle shell cap, and some sunglasses.
I fully agree with
that. Spartan, what do you think?
I'm sold. I can't get past the fact that Polar Bear just level 4 naughty lister. I never thought I would put that. Never thought I would see those words put together for a Christmas movie. We can just add that to a list of other movies such as that we watched on Christmas. But I'm sold. I'm definitely watching that. I'm not gonna lie.
Jerry?
Yeah. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I'm a Rock fan. So, you know, I like 98% of most of the stuff that he does.
I don't have a problem with the Rock. I don't.
You know, so
I don't have a problem with it. I've never.
Chris Evans, he's my, I really enjoy it. Like he's Cap. Like I'll be honest with you guys, like I didn't really care much for Captain America until Chris Evans. So, and then you got, I'm sold. I'm gonna see it. Why not?
And for the record, it's not him being selfish to go back to stay with Peggy. That man put in 70 years. He deserves his R&R.
That part.
Whoopty, what do you think, Red One?
It's pure dumb fun. I'm never against a movie that's pure dumb fun. I will watch. I mean, one of my pure dumb fun movies is Scott Pilgrim versus the World, and I adore that movie. And I'm like, this looks like another good time like that.
Who knew Scott Pilgrim had hands?
Right.
He fought for Captain Marvel, fought Captain America and Superman.
Right.
Right. I
You
keep
gotta
forgetting
respect
about Brandon Routh.
Gotta respect that. Navy.
If I can get past Rock's resting acting face, I definitely enjoy this.
I think the Krampus slapping him will fix that.
No, it won't. And I'm sorry. I think the movie is brilliant in its concept. And seeing Chris Evans do his thing and just he has a natural comedic air about him without even really trying, which I think is great. But it's hard to get past Dwayne Johnson's face when he makes the same face in every movie, no matter what movie it is, whether it's comedic, dramatic, action, or whatever. He got the same face, like he's about to take a doo-doo wherever he's standing, and he is concentrating so hard on that doo-doo. And that's why everything sounds the same and he looks the same.
I will never get past Navy Montel putting The Rock and Doo-Doo in the same. That's gonna be in the back of my mind for a little while.
I'm sorry, Well, if you wonder where the phrase "you can smell what the Rock is cooking" come from. I mean, if you wonder where that phrase came from, you smell what the Rock is cooking. Ain't got nothing to do with it.
I just can't see. I can't. Every time he smolders, I just wonder now: is he looking hard? Is he constipated?
Lord bless it.
But I think it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be a fun movie. I'll just put tape over his face, or I'll just take a piece of paper every time he moves.
He said, "Leave the Rock alone."
That's right, leave him alone.
No, he almost fucked up WrestleMania. I got a beef with him. Okay,
look, between the Rock, he said Rock's acting face. Look, anytime I seen Stone Cold and Stone Cold was my guy, and every time I seen Stone Cold Austin on the screen, I live for him saying "some bitch." I live for
every chance. It's that some bitch.
I ended up adopting it myself. I'm like, some bitch. Like,
we went from perfect grammar to where that some bitch at.
It just rolls right. I'm like, it's a good fit. It doesn't. It's never wrong. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. I like seeing those type of Christmas films where it's something different, right? And it's just. And like Whoopty said, it's just pure dumb fun. I'll take some pure dumb fun.
Just let your brain go. Let your brain go for a while. Enjoy it.
We got 11 Fast and Furious films out. Like, just why not? I'll take it.
Only one.
Fast and the Furious.
11 Fast Furious movies and one Homeboys in Outer Space.
Homeboys in the outer space. When they talk UPN, that is never mentioned.
Right.
So I want to ask this question to everybody. Now, Whoopty's already answered this. What's everybody's pure dumb fun movie? Because that's a damn good question to ask. Because everybody's is different. That kind of goes.
I'm a little ashamed of mine. I'll be honest, man.
You said what?
I'm a little ashamed of mine. Because
don't be ashamed.
We don't do shame.
No, because I hate myself for finding it.
There's no judgment.
I hate myself because you don't understand. Like, I don't like those movies where I feel like they're trying so hard to be funny that it's just not funny to me. But this one particular movie is just like, why am I laughing so hard? It's so stupid. Just stop laughing. And I
gotta hear this. What movie?
They got me intrigued.
It's what the hell is it called? Kung Pao Enter the
Kung Pao.
Lord.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I can't.
Is it this part?
It's those little things, like when the old guy's walking, like foreign, like just these little stupid things.
It's the bad guy going like, and my name is Betty.
No, I can
every time.
Oh my god! So what about everybody else?
Mine is a couple, but I'm glad he said couple. Kung Pao, Blazing Saddles, The Expendables 1 and 2, because let's face it, I was looking forward to that. It was all the action stars in one movie, so why the hell not? It's a couple. It's a couple bad Spaceballs.
Revenge of the Nerds. Okay. I can still sit down and still watch Revenge of the Nerds.
Balls of Fury.
Balls of Fury.
And Step Brothers.
Yep.
Step Brothers is a good one.
It's for me. It's
Anything
gonna
Will
be
Ferrell, I
Grown-Ups.
can't. I'm sorry, I cannot.
Thank
do Will
you. I
Ferrell.
can't with Will
I
Ferrell.
cannot do Will
really
Ferrell.
can't with him.
Yo, this dude is the unfunniest unfunny I have ever. Because every time I see him, I'm going.
Glory.
I was like,
Glory
you are
was
literally the embodiment of NDA, nigga.
See,
Don't just
well,
don't.
see, that's the thing. I like Step Brothers and I love Anchorman.
Anchorman is funny.
Anchorman is a good one.
So, what did you say, Tafari?
Say Grown-Ups is always my go-to. Every time the power goes out or you can't stream, that DVD goes in every time.
Because
Clue.
you pretty much had 4 people from Saturday Night Live. Just, I'm sorry, there was no script. There was no damn. There couldn't have been a script. I'm like, these guys worked on Saturday Night Live together. I'm like,
all ad-libbing.
I was like, if it wasn't going to be Kevin, what's his name? Kevin,
Kevin James.
Kevin James.
Neely
It
or
wasn't Kevin James? It was supposed to be Chris Farley. So
yeah. Oh,
3
that one too.
Three Amigos is another one.
40-year-old virgin. Yep, all nerd entertainment caught that one.
I'm gonna date myself here. I'm gonna go with Stripes.
Yes. Yeah. Ooh, that's in that same vein as Caddyshack.
Caddyshack, Meatballs, Cannonball Run. Cannonball Run. I don't care. Just I love that. And Stripes is just dumb fun when they're coming in just on the cadence. You hear blah 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 blah, and hear Bill Murray doing the cadence. It's like that.
Get him with the razzle dazzle.
It's watching this and saying, did y'all really steal a military van and no one knew? Until the next day? We gotta go save them. I'm sure they're fine at this point.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back was another one. That was one of my favorites.
That's a fact check. That's a fact check.
So Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. This is the beauty of this film. Wasn't the entire film. It's what happens at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And they say they went and printed off. Yes, they did this thing. They printed off all the people who trolled them about their movie, and they had enough money that they caught air flights to every troll's house to beat them up. And I thought about it, and I'm like, there's trolls out there right now who don't know what that's like.
Right.
And might need to.
Early of beat downs.
Whoopty, what's your just dumb fun film or films?
Blazing Saddles. I could watch that every single time and cackle like I just seen it the first time. Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that one.
That's a good one.
I'm thinking about Blinkum.
Yo, at the last Dragon Con, there's a guy who did a accurate. It looked like the actor. I could have sworn it was an actor walking among us. His blinking was chef kiss.
Blinking, my family's loyal blind servant.
It's Blinkum. It's Blinkum realizing that the castle got repossessed and he's looking for the toilet paper.
I thought it was a bit drafty.
This movie is just dumb fun. But see, once again, Mel Brooks film.
Mm-hmm.
I just love the fact. I promise you won't go. Hey, but you say cool it, chill. I was like, the level of petty.
Sausage Fest is not only a pure dumb fun movie.
Oh my gosh,
it is the most. I did not expect that at all.
Weird science, yes.
Yeah, Weekend at Bernie's. For the record, well, guess what? Here's a dumb one, and you're gonna love this one, Navy. I seen about 20 minutes, the first 20 minutes of Chud 2, Bud the Chud, and all I could think of was like, damn, we actually watched this when it was on USA.
Wow, bro,
and all that stuff that happened. I'm like, there is no way 2 high school students can sneak onto the Center of Disease Control and steal a cadaver because they lost the other one for their science class. Like, it was easy, just as easy for it to happen.
Oh my god!
Oh, tenacious D. That was a good.
Yo,
that's a good one.
Look, that gets played. That gets played in my car when I do long trips.
Tenacious D. Yeah, I forgot about that one.
The picket
Kickapoo is still in my head.
Kickapoo is amazing.
Kickapoo still in my head.
We can do Bustin' Loose with Richard Pryor because Richard Pryor as a bus driver. I just drive the bus.
See, no, if you gonna do that, baby, you might as well go car wash. Might as well go car wash at that rate, because with him and George Carlin and everybody else.
Oh my gosh, yo! And somebody had never told me.
Christy said she wants to go back and watch Porky's now. Oh God,
Porky's was a good one.
I went to the theater to see that movie, and people were crying. People had to get up and run out because they were peeing on themselves.
God, bench warmers.
Napoleon Dynamite is another good one.
Dynamite. Yeah.
I just want to know, what was the pitch meeting for Napoleon Dynamite? Because like the movie was great, but if you would have asked me to like tell people what it's about, I don't know what to say. Like we're following the kid who lives.
Not Corky Romano.
The kid who probably the reason I'm late to school every day because he lives on a farm with a llama and his best friend wants to run for school president. It just like the movie got made, but I'm curious, what did you say to get the money? Because it clearly didn't take that much of a budget, and the cartoon they made for it was actually pretty good. I don't know why Fox canceled it.
I mean, you spent the budget on Rico's band.
Because he could have been in the NFL.
Right.
Here, give me the steak. I'm like, did he just? It's a steak. What is he doing?
Wow.
What about the scary movie?
I've often said that for Napoleon Dynamite, I've often said, I'm like, when he pulls out tater tots in class, my brother's like, what is he doing? And I said, hold on now. You ain't had tots until you had school tater tots. It's something about school tater tots.
Between that and pizza, that you could bring that up in any classroom and everybody understands. Not Pootie Tang. I can't. That Pootie Tang is probably the one Chris Rock movie I can't sit through. I can't.
I forgot about Pootie Tang. CB4. CB4 was so stupid.
I also enjoy like scary movies 1 and 2. And that's where it cuts off for me.
Yeah, because the Wayne brothers weren't involved with it anymore.
Yeah,
and that's
I forgot how intense scary movies were. I have a 15-year-old daughter, and she was saying that let's watch a movie. I was like, yeah, let's watch a comedy. And I was like, let's watch scary movies. And just like 10-15 minutes into it, I was like, yeah, you know what? We're about to change this because I forgot how graphic this movie was. So we go watch something else. Like,
oh my god!
You realize I'm like, oh, I didn't know it was gonna go this far. Never mind.
Yeah, I completely forgot. So I was like, yeah, we're not doing this.
You get some jokes, you'd be like, oh, I'm like, oh wait, I didn't know that was.
Yeah,
right.
I didn't know that was gonna happen.
You kind of some of them, few of them that were forgotten. Really, Safari, not I'm gonna get you, sucker. That if that wasn't foretelling of BBLs.
I remember seeing Cheech and Chong's Nice Dreams on Cinemax. Oh, my childhood.
The Corsation Brothers. Yeah, he mentioned the Corsation Brothers. I'm like, how is this even possible?
Monty Python, the Holy Grail. Just I can't get the coconuts out of my head. Just the sound.
You're right, Wolfie. From Dusk Till Dawn.
Also good, but that also lets us know that Quentin Tarantino is a little bit perverted.
Well, I mean, it was Salma Hayek, so you kind of can't blame him.
Anybody who writes into his own script. So what I want you to do is take the worst tasting beer, put your big toe in my mouth, and run it down your knee. That sounds gross. I'll pay you $500.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't remember that line. All I remember is Salma Hayek. I didn't remember the line.
we all remember Salma Hayek, but I was just like, when I saw that part, I'm like, Tarantino is an unsub. I'm sorry. He is an unsub that likes that is too comfortable with saying the N-word. That's what Pulp Fiction taught me. He is way too comfortable saying it.
A little bit too comfortable for my flavor. When I got old, I'm like, I thought you just wrote it down. I didn't know you actually said it. You know,
right?
Yeah, hear no evil, see no evil. Anytime Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor did a film, I had to watch it. It was the duo that we needed much, much sooner. Because actually, we would have gotten it sooner in Blazing Saddles. But Richard was going through all that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm like, oh, imagine that. It's the same with Three Amigos. They said with Three Amigos, it was supposed to be Martin Short, Steve Martin, and John Candy. And I'm like, now
that would have been perfect.
I want to see what that's like.
Oh, Uncle Buck. Dang. I forgot about Uncle Buck.
Uncle Buck is a good one. Uncle Buck is a him cussing out the principal is amazing.
Oh, I forget.
Mariachi.
Yeah.
Mariachi.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The original.
Yeah. Both of them are pretty good. And then Machete.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
Yep.
Oh, but Johnny Depp kind of ran with that one. He made you want to watch it because they made Antonio Banderas scared like Batman in that movie. He showed up every once in a while, but it was pretty much Johnny Depp's story.
Yeah. My man lost both his eyes and he was still out there like, hold on. Let me get this. Let me get my pistols out real quick.
This man Slick became Daredevil, just like I'm gonna listen for the sound and I'm gonna kneecap you on both sides.
Oh, the jerk. He mentions the jerk, and I think about him. He was like, "You mean I don't have a skin condition?" Yeah, those are crazy. The Ringer.
Oh, The Ringer was good. Harlem Nights.
The Ringer. There's a hilarious part in The Ringer nobody picks up at. And it's not in the script because the kids they were working with, they were special needs kids. Well, Johnny Knoxville says, he took them out late and they weren't supposed to be out late, and his character does. And so when the girl catches him and she's explaining, he's like, "No, I just took him out for ice cream." One of those kids actually said, "Wait, there was ice cream," and that was not in the script. They said, "We're just keeping it. We're keeping it."
I'm sorry. I was gonna say Harlem Nights. There's not a line in Harlem Nights that you can't reference. Just although Della Reese, ooh Lord, before she got saved, man, I loved her. It's bad. I had to remind some people like, hey, before in Touched by an Angel, this was her before she was saved. So
she was touched. That's for sure.
She would lay your soul to rest. I'm like, yo, thank God you got saved. You was one hell of a warrior.
Say what you gonna say, quick. Say what you gonna. Oh, we see now we got to fight. I was like, you know what? You remind me of some aunts on my father's side, on the Mississippi side of the river. Just y'all will fight grown ass men. I'm good.
Smokey the Bandit's hilarious. Having that grown ass man, Daddy, the roof of the car fell off, Daddy. I should have punched your mama in the mouth. I'm like, yo, I don't agree with what he said, but why did he say it is what made
because only Jackie Gleason could have pulled that off, and no one else could have pulled that off.
You somebody.
He was like, I don't even think you my son.
You know what? That's where I got some bitch from. I got it from him and Dukes of Hazzard. Just the way, just the cadence of how it's said, just like you dumb some bitch. I was like. That's where it came from.
That's why I like Cannonball Run. Where else could you make a movie where they're doing a cross-country race with an all-star cast and I could not stop laughing?
Jackie Chan.
Yes.
His first American film.
What's this called?
Cannonball Run.
Cannonball Run.
It's a classic.
It's like what 84,
85. I think.
It was 85.
84, 85.
It was 8 because that's when Bert. Okay, I'm ready.
I got one. The Last Dragon.
Yeah.
Yes.
I still want the untold story of the Shogun of Harlem. If there was ever a movie that you could make from that, Shogun of Harlem. Who did you to get that title?
Deion Cole, we're calling you up to stage. I'm like, come on.
I was a Vanity stand from when she was with Nasty Girl, so her being in the movie was everything.
Everybody was.
That was everything.
I grew up into martial arts too, so I love that movie. Oh my goodness.
She was the reason I watched Action Jackson.
Like
Vanity the Action. Okay. Carl Weathers did a whole somersault flip over a taxi. I don't know how, but he did.
That's why I was said it. And also between between him and between X Jackson and Predator, just the first time, hand chopped off, still was getting Predator the business. Even though
Yeah, What About Bob? That's another one.
Mm-hmm.
So, they finally found a place to put Batman the Cape Crusader at, which
here we go.
Yeah, finally. But this trailer looks,
as long as it ain't Tubi.
You'll trust me, Navy. Just watch it. Watch it.
You'll love this. You'll love this. So, this is Batman Cape Crusader season 1.
Asking the question on everyone's mind these days, what do you think about the Batman?
I'm frightened. This whole city's gone to hell in a handbasket.
Well, he's breaking the law, ain't he? So they ought to catch that freak and lock him up.
I won't say it's gonna be easy, but catching criminals is what we do. So this one dresses up like Dracula, so what? We're gonna take him down. What do we know about this Batman?
He's been beating the tar out of muggers and dope peddlers out there the last few weeks.
He's mostly been seen at night driving that hot rod of his 100 miles an hour.
And now he's even attacking our brave police.
Nice car.
This man is not a hero, he's a criminal. And his time in Gotham is up.
Mischief afoot, sir?
3 explosions in 2 weeks. Peculiar. There's something more going on here.
He knows too much. He's an itch that needs to get scratched.
The Kings don't run this court anymore. The Jester does.
Bang! We could be looking at
an all-out gang war on the streets of Gotham.
This is a losing battle. 100 other monsters will show up to replace anyone you take down.
Probably. But now they'll all know I'm coming for them.
Fine, I will keep my prime. Good God, come on, man. Damn, that looks so
Nice,
fucking
ain't it?
good.
That looks damn good.
It has the animated series.
That's the one thing I wanted to point out, Navy, was when you first saw by Bruce Timm, who was again the original creator of the animated series.
I was hooked.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
That's why.
That looks
It definitely had that vibe to it.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you say, Whip?
Second part for me was seeing Matt Reeves. I thoroughly enjoyed the Batman. I didn't expect to. I went in to watch it because it's a Batman film. I'm gonna go watch it, but I really like it, and I'm also really looking forward to the Penguin, the series that they're doing on.
that looks.
So I'm looking forward to
the Penguin on Max,
yeah, Matt Reeves. So when I saw that, I was like, yay.
So here's their voice lineup, because even the voice cast, I'm like, okay. So Hamish Linklater is playing Batman. Last seen him in Midnight Mass. Christina Ricci is doing Catwoman. Dietrich Bader, who's best known for Batman Brave and the Bold, is playing Harvey Dent. And Jamie Chung is playing Harley Quinn. I like it. Then they got then they got John DiMaggio, Jason Watkins, Tom Kenny, Crystal Joy Brown. So they got a Gary Anthony Williams. So Minnie Driver, McKenna Grace.
They got a nice lineup.
Yeah, they got a very nice lineup. And Hamish's Batman, when I heard the voice, I'm like, oh God, that sounds amazing. I like it. I like it. And then it's a period piece.
I mean, you're doing that's Silver Age, which again,
it's almost like Batman Year One. Yeah.
So I'm aboard. I'm aboard.
I'm sold.
I'm
Okay, Whoopi, go ahead.
Oh, I'm surprised that Amazon has it and not Max.
I've been
Since
noticing
most of
what
these
they've been doing
properties
lately
end
with a
up
lot
on
of
Max.
yeah. Go ahead, Spartan, because I know
Tafari's gonna beat me to it. What are you gonna say, Tafari? Because I'm pretty sure he's gonna say the same
Oh,
thing.
nothing. That's what I was gonna say. Like, if this is a gangster like period piece, and they the black commissioner, I'm curious to see where we're at, like timeline wise.
Yeah, but to Whoopty, to answer your question though, this is where it gets a little murky because Amazon and Warner Brothers were kind of sharing / picking which IPs of Batman they want to do. So that's why it's a little confusing that on Max you will actually see the Penguin, but that's been out since Matt Reeves' Batman. Prime already had it set to where they wanted to tell a Batman movie, so they actually got the Cape Crusader and trademarked that, while Warner Brothers was going to fight it at first, and then they said, you can have it as long as it's a movie and not a series. So yeah, it's murky. That's why I said the whole thing between those two anomalies are just it's murky water. So that's why I was like, think of it like Spider-Man. Think of it like the Spider-Man right between Sony and Marvel. Like certain things they can and can't do.
Yeah, I was wondering why they did it the way they did it. It just threw me. So, Lady Mandalore, what did you think?
It's the Lady Mandalore. Yay!
Hello,
There she is.
Hello, lovelies. Yeah, Bruce Timm. Don't care. Great. Don't care if it says Bruce Timm. I don't give a shit. It could be a brothel show in the middle of Times Square, produced by Bruce Timm. I'm there.
She said it all right
I know
now.
Bruce said there's like a lot of ideas he didn't get to do in the animated series that he's putting into here. So I'm curious to see what those are.
Whatever it is, it's got to be gold.
Yeah,
it's got to be gold. When I first seen that trailer, and I'm like, okay, we going 19. We going, like Spartan said, we're going Silver Age.
And you see,
then I heard his voice, and I'm like, all right. And then I seen Bruce Timm. I'm like, all right, y'all just knocked it out the park. I'm good. You don't have to convince me anymore.
It looks like based on what the trailer looked like, a lot of the ideas he had for character concepts he gets to do, because before you could tell there was a company influence on certain ones. Like Harley, I love what they did with Harley in this trailer. She looks the part. I'm here for it.
Onomatopoeia. I see that. I'm like, oh,
onomatopoeia, Firefly. The fact that maybe I want to say you saw the question, but I could be wrong about that.
So yeah, we're on to something.
No, but
yeah. So yeah, Jerry, what did you think?
I looked at it at first and I thought it was like the original Batman, like the original Batman animated series. Like it definitely has that texture, that feel to it. Even the Batmobile looks like the old animation with a little bit of twist to it.
Yeah,
So
because even the original Batman animated series, it had that air of being a period piece, but it was modern. And I know that's a question a lot of people had, is like, when is that actually taking place? It was just, I guess it was just the influence, but like this is that's Silver Age.
Oh yeah.
I guess my only thing is I don't know how I feel about the long pointy ears. Like, it might be just a little too long, just a little shorter. But
I think whatever they do, because it looks good. Even Alfred being a bit on the round side, which if you've read like the previous like the Silver Age books, he was.
They hinted at that.
Yeah.
Right.
Alfred was thick. He was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Thick, 3 C's.
I hope they don't make him clumsy like they did on the television show.
I need my Alfred to be just fearsome. And the simple fact of the matter is, there's a reason why all villains respected him. Every villain respected Alfred.
You tell you shoot somebody straight in the face with a shotgun says a lot about a person.
Right. I said Batman may have been the anti-hero, but the true line of saying was Alfred. That's almost nurse.
Easy E said the OG 1930s ears. The longer the ears, the more patience he has.
Yeah, same. I was thinking the same thing. I saw those ears and was like, "Oh, he is going to wait for you."
Alfred gotta have the shotty. Yep. all nerd entertainment. Alfred I gotta see Alfred with the
You may
shotgun.
prefer not to use weapons. I highly disagree. As you're loading up the shotgun,
he does not have a no kill rule. He does not.
Exactly.
I'm about to say Alfred adopts the Wonder Woman rule. It's like
It's
hey, look.
Wow. Like I said, Alfred is big.
Expect better
He's a big,
from
beautiful
you.
worker. He's a big, beautiful worker. That's what he is. No, you're right. He like Alfred doesn't have enemies. Why? He has a no kill. I don't have the no kill. I get rid of my people.
Alfred has a shovel.
That's why Wonder Woman doesn't have any enemies. It's like I wipe these people. I am bred to break a neck. I don't know what y'all do here on this island, but where I'm from,
What was the running joke that Alfred sell the Ant-Man series? I have a shovel and I have a garden. Decide where you want to go.
I was back with the Bridgerton babies.
So, the Acolytes, episode 5 showed up last night, or as I like to call it, we wanted smoke, we got smoke.
Smiley.
What?
You got your wish, Tony Weaver.
Right.
They got it in. Boy, did they get it in.
Damn. Is there such a thing as red shirt Jedi?
Yo,
Thing as red shirt Jedi.
I want to shout out 2 people in this episode: Manny Jacinto and Daphne Keene.
Them motherfuckers was putting in work.
I love when they put in work,
right?
Like actual behind the scenes work. I didn't have time to get Manny because I just seen Manny Jacinto's training. I'm like, yo, dude was a beast out there training for real. Iron Fist, you can learn a thing or 2. But I do have a clip of I did get a chance to do a clip of Daphne Keene and her training, and here it is.
And when I arrive at my destination, I am gonna kill Bill. And when I arrive at my destination, I am gonna kill Bill.
Now, prior to that,
fatality.
I screamed just like he did.
Those
I jumped
three-
off my damn couch.
Do y'all understand
I'm about to
why
go
I
pull out my
made faces I
lightsaber.
made when I was making them on Tuesday?
Oh, we understand now.
I completely understand.
Mando, I was at work, and when that happened, I was
Damn it.
Oh,
that's why that happened.
All I gotta say is Darth Smiley was like, okay.
Smilo Ren. Smilo Ren cleared everyone. Use that as the clip. Smilo Ren cleared everyone. Give that man a
Is it me or does he look like, if anybody plays Force Unleashed, it kind of looks like the Sith Starker armor they give you once you get transformed by Palpatine and made into his puppet, and you basically rework the original trilogy. It looks like Starkiller's dark side armor. Also, what kind of armor can you headbutt like 5 lightsabers, but an elbow cracks it in half?
That's just, I mean, I gotta. Oh, wait. Go ahead, Kira. Go ahead, Kira.
I was taught this by an elder. I believe it's called Christosis. It is older than Mandalorian Beskar steel, apparently. I did not know that. Apparently, there are 3 metals in the Star Wars universe that can repel lightsaber attacks.
Because I kept because he did it to 3. He did it to 3 different Jedi. Well, yeah, 3 different Jedi, and I'm like, why? I'm like, what are they? How is it sorting out? Like, and like,
I thought
it was the skewering. There was a skewering of the two Jedi on one saber for me.
He wasn't playing. He wasn't playing. When he stabbed the one and then he like, I'm like,
right?
Oh,
how? I'm like, no one.
How are they
no one
Jedi?
stopped this guy.
That man was dedicated.
How is it that a paddle? There were how many masters present? One.
It was Sol, Yord, who had just been made Jedi Knight. I don't know how many other ones it were. Yord didn't stand a chance. I don't know.
No,
he didn't stand
but
a chance.
His Padawan
Jackie
made him look stupid.
Jackie was on
But
business.
she's been doing that out the gate. She did that from episode 1.
She stood on business. Yeah, Yord was weird. He was weird. Jackie stood on business. She made sense.
That's kind of what I didn't like. The power scaling felt Dragon Ball-esque this episode, because it's like we finally gave her and Yord a moment and threw them away literally the same episode. Like I was hoping for something after this. And then with Yord, we literally had damn near no reaction. It was just like, and in the pile with the rest of the corpses you go. And everybody just like quiet and took off. And Sol at least had a delayed reaction and threw hands after. And I at least appreciate Yord being black about it and saying, well, fuck, this helmet works. I'm just gonna use this shit too.
Let's talk about that, because
Yord said, you ain't getting this back, and I ain't finna get slapped with it like the rest of y'all did. He even tried to use it against him and held off, but then he went for the broken. He at least got a broken arm and then the next snap. But after that, I was like, damn, that's it.
So Sol threw hands with this guy, and I love seeing choreographed work like this, because they I'm like, oh, y'all worked. Y'all was working for it. This is what we like to see. We haven't seen saber fighting since what? Revenge of the Sith?
Yeah.
Since Revenge of the Sith is when we because Hayden and
between Hayden and Obi Kenobi, they were
going that way, because like that the work we still got robbed of Hayden's behind the scene work, because Jesus Christ, you need to look that up. He was out there training. But the way they was just like no lightsabers, all hands. I'm like, oh, I like this more, please. Please.
Although Smilo Ren, I love the fact of you were twisted. No, I'm cool. I know where I am. I'm cool.
This was the line again. She was a child. You brought her here. Damn.
For me, I got that until he was like, "Is this your master?" I'm like, so said the Sith, who just killed literally every corpse on this planet is your fault right now. So, hello, pot, meet kettle.
Yeah, when he said it, I was just like, he out of line.
But he's right.
He ain't wrong. That's not very Jedi of you, my man. You just made a skewer out of two people. Like what?
I love the fact.
Go ahead.
I did not rep your set clearly.
I love the fact
Anybody surprised? Was anybody surprised here as Smilo Ren? Was anyone surprised?
I did not think they were going to be that fucking pardon me, that goddamn fucking obvious. That was offensive.
It was so obvious.
It was, but you know, because I really thought they were going to try to be cute and make it a chick, but why? Just
it reopens the question of how did you sneak up on the Wookiee and everybody.
That part.
I think, that's the question. I think because when Sol was like, "Who are you?" and he's like, "I'm not familiar to you," and I'm like, "Who the fuck is this?" And then, so then he's like, "Remove your helmet." He's like, "What? So you can read my mind?" And I'm like, "Who is this?" You know, to be talking to me.
Right.
And then when Jackie actually knocks the head, I'm just like, "Let me get this helmet off, because it's too much talking going on." And I'm like, we need to handle this. And it's him, and I'm like, oh, and I like his duo personality that he was rolling with.
But he slicks out there. No, I was going to just sit there and say, because he slick sat there and said, "What do they call you?" He says, "I don't have a name, but I think y'all refer to me as a Sith." It's like
changes the whole. Somewhere Wikipedia is somewhere right now having a heart attack. They're like, we gotta change it all. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
But he slick sat there and pointed out, "Oh boy," he says, "You ever ask him about his darkness? What he struggles with?" I was like, and this just forever adds to my argument that the Jedi are hypocrites.
I can see the way he was referring to everything. Oh, the way he referred to stuff. He was like, "Why don't you ask him about his darkness?"
It's almost like it's like he's sitting on a secret. Like, are you gonna tell her? Or am I? That's what it felt like to me.
What's going on, Trey?
That was my thing. It's like if there's something that led to him going down this path, I feel like either I'm missing that, or hopefully we get it next episode. Because it's like I get it, you're here, but why?
There's 3 episodes left. We've got plenty of stuff. Well, they got plenty of room to fuck up, but there's plenty of room to actually tell the story.
That was my thing with Jackie. It's like very much okay. Girl was throwing down, and you can do dual saber combat, but I guess it's like good. You're still a kid, because when it was your turn to fight it, just 3 little quick prison shanks to the chest.
Man,
she struck too hard.
I mean, it is a laser through your chest. I think she's entitled to let them shanks hurt a little more than a regular knife.
She got triple tapped. Okay, it was like pop, pop. Oh, one more.
Speaking of, hey, I know we have an old school blaster pistol, but maybe shoot it more than once at people. Or did I miss a recharge? Did I?
Yeah,
Did
it
I
was
miss a
trash.
recharge time on it? Because like the man clearly is walking at you every time.
Because when OSHA used it, it did nothing. It was like a gnat to him. When OSHA used it on him, it did nothing. He just looked at her. He just looked.
Even in the Republic era, we've seen clones have to get shot more than once. So OSHA, I'm gonna need you to turn the switch on or switch to burst fire. Because
my question though, didn't he get shot in the head with that helmet on still?
Yeah.
It's a ring, so it hits the whole body. But at the same time, why are you stop letting this man Jason Voorhees everybody through the forest?
Man.
Take the blast.
Like at this point, I was waiting to hear the little Jason, like the little hiss, the little chi ha ha noise.
Yeah.
He was standing on business. I realized where I knew him. He's been lying in his interviews, by the way. Good Lord. Pulling the rug. But I realized where I knew Manny Jacinto from. If you've ever seen The Bad Place. Yeah, The Good Place. The
Good Place, yeah.
That's why I was like, why do I know that voice? And I'm so he wasn't clean cut. He wasn't sweaty and dirt. I'm like, the hair was over his face. I'm like, I know that voice. It was like, no. But the way if you see his training video, I need to look up his background, because the way he was moving, I'm like, you're trained in this in some form. He's not.
He's a dancer.
Well, shoot,
he knows he can move smoothly.
He's a dancer I don't want to throw hands with. I was gonna say, he's a dancer I don't want to throw hands with, so I'm not going with that.
No.
Here, let's take his rhythm, give him a weapon. There you go. He's perfect. He's got rhythm.
You ain't gonna have my ass on World Stars. You just do a whole rumba around my ass.
Yeah, but see, like Tafari said earlier, I'm like, okay, you gave us Carrie Ann Moss, took her out first episode. You gave us a Kilnaka, never even got to see him fight. You gave us Dabney King showing out, and dang, you took her out. And I'm like,
you can't see Kilnaka cook though.
Can't we keep any? This is why we can't have good things. I'm like, I want. You said what?
No baby Jedi.
No baby Jedi.
You can't have baby Jedi.
But I get what he's saying. When he was like, you know who I am. I can't leave anyone alive. You've shown that.
Is it weird that I'm thinking the whole thing with Kelnaka, and I'm thinking about this when he was he looked like he was cooking in his home. Like, why does it feel like he's making some sort of poison? And then whoever came in after the fact, he was already dead, decided to slash him just to look like he had been killed.
Makes me wonder.
Makes sense.
B. Margaret says, would you guys agree this was the best fight scene in the Disney Star Wars? As far as the television series,
I'd say yeah. Just because it's not just lightsabers.
TV series, yeah.
Yeah. I think if you think about the Mandalorian, yeah, I'm thinking of Ahsoka
What
too.
about
So
Kenobi?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Kenobi was still lightsabers. It was never hate.
It was good. It was good lightsaber scenes. But
you
this did have the fight scenes.
Yeah, this had beyond lightsabers. That's the only reason I'm sticking with this, because they fought beyond. I mean, they fought beyond lightsabers. They fought beyond your blasters. It went straight to hands for a little while, which is a different thing, because if you really think about it in the world of Star Wars, how many fights have we ever seen where it's just fists?
Yeah, I do agree. I do agree.
It was very well choreographed.
Yeah, I think it's the best overall use of mix. But if you were doing straight lightsabers, no.
Okay,
but
fair.
Overall mix, yes.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I'll go. I want to go back and watch Obi-Wan again and check those scenes out. But yeah, when you say overall mix, hand to hand lightsabers, it's bar none. Like we need more of that. Like that amps it up, because and I think that was part of the problem is there's toxic fandom. We know that. The other problem is there's the know-it-alls, the ones that ain't touch grass. We know that. They go into toxic. But when you want to see like action, this is what we're looking for. We're looking for we're working like I said, Revenge of the Sith, bar none. Out of the entire run of 9 films, probably the best lightsaber scenes was in Revenge of the Sith. We want to see that. We want to see those reasons why, he's a beast. We want to see why she's the threat. We want to see those things, and not seeing people like Soul and Smilo Ren like go hand in hand for them hot couple minutes, and I'm like, I like that. Yeah, give me more. I
really wish they put this in the movies. That opening scene in the first episode where it's Indara and May fighting.
Yeah.
They showed that in the movie theaters. That shit, it took my it was amazing. It was amazing. I really wish they would release some of this stuff on the movie screens, because it makes you
want. And I'm like, okay, you're telling this in a 30 minutes time frame, which is impressive in itself, but you did that. Like, we get the scene at the end where May and Osha finally face off, and then they embrace, and then they do I'm going to switch places with her now.
Oh God, that was a fly way to cut your hair. I'm going to give that to her, but that's it.
Yeah. Because I was just like, oh shit, I didn't catch it the first time. I wasn't paying attention. But it could be somebody was saying, oh, this is her way to get its soul. And I'm like, is it a way to get its soul, or is it a way to get away from Smilo Ren? Right. Or is it both?
I really can't tell what she's after at this point.
Because after Torben, whom she didn't kill, she just got Indara. Yeah. I think that was her only kill. She didn't kill Kanaka. She didn't kill Indara or Torben.
She killed Torben. She poisoned him.
No, he poisoned himself.
Yeah, he poisoned himself. I don't think he killed
She
her.
just gave it to him. He didn't make him do it. He took it.
He made a
None of those kills
constitution.
count to what she was trying to accomplish anyway, because she was trying to do a weaponless kill. I don't.
Yeah. Like her only kill was Indara. I mean, as far as the Jedi that she's hunting down, we're not even talking about what happened at the temple when she was a kid or none of that. Because that's still up for question.
Well, technically, neither is Yar, because he's a secret. Yar's sitting on something.
Got to do that. Whoopty, you still got to do. You still got to do that. So as long as she don't move her head real quick, she'll be fine.
Jesus.
It's right here. It's right here.
It's right.
So,
It's it's
just
fading.
a slight on her. I'm gonna have to look at it again. I'll watch it for a fourth time.
And makeup, just give a little makeup. Just a little
Her bangs are thick enough.
pat down, some shading.
So we have 3 episodes left. Smilo Ren now has Osha, and Soul has May.
Yep.
Now I wonder if Smilo Ren, because that's what we're calling him right now. thanks, Whoopty.
You started this.
I wonder if he knows that's Osha or not.
He does.
Oh, he knows.
He does.
I feel like he does because that was the only hint we really got to him in the beginning was when they tried to switch it the first time at the shop.
Oh, right.
He was like, "You look so much like her," but even then, I didn't pick up that was a hint at who he is. I thought that was just him being smart enough to know it's not the girl he's been talking to.
Right. 3 episodes left. Can they stick the landing?
I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, because I need some what the hell happened for these underlying tones. Like, what the hell happened? Like, I need you have got to tell us this.
Next episode, flashbacks.
No, they better fucking
I don't want fillers. No. It's not Naruto. Do not.
I mean, at this point, if the pattern is fights and then flashbacks, I wouldn't be shocked. It seems to be.
You're gonna get flashbacks.
I don't want Dragon Ball fillers. No.
But they have to.
You're getting Dragon Ball power scaling. You're getting Dragon Ball fillers because we just bodied how many people, and then.
I want to say something about that power scaling. These are the first. These are the first set of Jedi that have been able to use the Force. So everybody's gonna be different, and B, not everybody can use it. They're all just learning how to use this now. You in the first episode, you had her. You had people calling out, "Oh, we've got a unregistered or some shit Force user in the area." Blah 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 blah. So, and it says it in the slope crawl at the beginning. So it's not. It is give him a little wiggle room.
My thing was just we bodied how many people in one episode, but suddenly the swarm of cicadas was too much. Also, why did we just walk away? Why did we not stay to make sure they ate him? Or I was expecting them to come down.
They got other shit to do. They just needed him out the way.
I was like, make sure they eat his saber arm or something. Like bite him. Throw a saber while he's getting swarmed.
I mean, it was May just hoping, or it was just Osha hoping for the best, and it's time to we gotta go.
All right, but if that man has Osha and watch, it's gonna be Pip to the rescue or something.
Oh yeah, because what's his name? Bezel picked it up, and he's the only one that was like, that ain't who you think it is. I got Pip. That ain't Osha. He's walking on the ship. He's like, none of this is right. Y'all don't even understand me. I'm a tracker, but I know this ain't right. None of this is right. He's sniffing around. He's like,
Let the kitty sleep. What is wrong with you?
What is he doing?
Yo, she has been doing this. And I'm just going, she's trying to touch the kitty. No, touch the kitty.
I thought she was raising her hand to speak. I didn't realize that.
And the kitty's reaching out like, no.
You think Pip is gonna have some words to say about being sacrificed as a damn bug zapper?
I don't think it's that big of a for the Pip's angle. This is my thing for the Pip angle. I don't think it's gonna be this big reveal unless Bezel and Pip are around May, and that's when they're like, "This ain't Osha. This ain't."
Isn't Basil already knows something? No,
Go ahead.
Basil has sniffing the Pip. Pip obviously would smell like mint. Osha is now in the ship. So every time he, like when she walked past him, he looked at the pip and he looked at her like, this math ain't mathin'.
Yeah.
I think he already knows that in her.
So I believe I think it's just he might be able to fix Pip, but it's not like a main core thing. It's just like Whoopi said. He knows like she don't smell right. It was like, and I can't say nothing with her around Soul because it's gonna give it. I need to get him by himself. Like, yo, my guy.
One thing
her. You know, like
Star Wars is gonna do is give you a cute robot every series.
You know, like, is he watching to see like what is she up to next, or I think it was more or less. I need to get him by himself so I can tell him, hey, that's not her. Like, that's not. Stop telling her stuff. That ain't her.
Good luck on that.
So, well, we've come to that special time where we are docking the ship, and so we're gonna have our guest say a couple words.
Wrap-up protocol initiated, Captain.
All right, Jerry from E4Comics, thank you for stopping by. Here's that Kickstarter, so you can talk to the people. Tell them where they can find you and all that great stuff.
You guys can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Threads. There's that new social media, Kara, whatever it's called. Been trying that out as well. Also on Twitter. Kickstarter will be launching July 10th at 8 p.m. Eastern. For anybody else that has Kickstarter or anything that's going on, normally I do a live launch and I have other creators come on that live so they can also promote their stuff as well.
That's what's
so
up.
If you're someone that has something that's going on, be more than happy to have you on the live launch so we can talk about what's going on and everything, promote each other as usual. I try to do that every launch I have. And for those that may not like comics or anything like that, I always have a special tier. It's called Comic Book for Kids. Basically, it's an organization that gets comic books to sick kids in hospitals and stuff like that. So if anybody's not into comics or everything, that's always a tier you can back. Every time someone purchases that, we send like 5 books. Last time we sent over 50 books to that organization, and I try to have that in every Kickstarter that I have as well. So
that's a dope way for kids to get into reading is reading comics.
Yeah, definitely.
So that helps with you'd be surprised. That helps with literacy in so many ways because that gets kids to want to read more. And so it's a gateway. It's a good gateway. So yeah, that's very commendable. So, and if you don't like comics, we ain't gonna shame you like we shame House Green, but we just saying shame. We're saying just a little bit, just a little bit. Would you agree, Mando? Just a little bit.
Shame. Yeah.
Shame.
Just a little bit. So July 10th, look out for that Kickstarter. Jerry, I hope you had some fun stopping through and
thank you guys so much for having me on. This is definitely a blast. I really appreciate you guys.
See, I told you. See,
you're right. I never doubted you. So I know better.
Look, yeah, just a little shine, just a little bit, just a little bit. We gonna get you out there. But yeah, get out there more, man. People love to see it because they want to see the faces behind some of these dope projects, and that's always. I hope we helped you get more at ease and more relaxed and have some fun. So, well, thanks for stopping through, man.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Lady Mandalore.
Hello. I am Lady Mandalore. Whatever. I have words. You can find me on all socials at Roomful of Blurs, except for Spill, where you have to take out the 2 O's in room. It's a thing, whatever. You can find me there. I have a podcast that I do every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube and Twitch. I have a officially brought my Child of Mandalore podcast over to YouTube. I will be launching it tomorrow for those of you that want to listen. Listen, it's not visual. I'm sorry. Give me money. But it's a great story. It's about the history of Mandalore and all that it entails, including some of the legend parts of the story. And yeah, I do voices on TikTok and out in the universe. Navy is my person that helps me do those things too, very much so. Hi.
She tolerates me.
This weekend's gonna be weird. This weekend's gonna be weird. I don't know what. I'm pretty sure we're gonna talk about the Acolyte some more. It'll be fun. Come through.
I would die. I would jump in, but I know we're gonna be going out of town. I got a crazy weekend coming up, so yeah.
Absolutely, it will be fine. We always manage to have a good time.
You know me. I'm just like it's. Navy said it best. He did a live, and I'm like, oh, he's up, and he's like, oh, I spoke him up, and I'm like, I don't know how it happens. People say my name, and I pop up. I don't be knowing this. It's like a bat signal or something.
Yes, all attached.
Whoopty.
Hello.
Hi.
You can find me at Whoopty Frickin' Do on Instagram and TikTok. And also, if you're ever looking for nerdy and fun nails, you can find me at Fresh Press by Z. Let me see what I got this week.
Yes.
Let's
go.
Here's this is how serendipitous this is. I don't know what made me think of this earlier, but I was thinking, I asked somebody this question. I said, where did Snoopy come from? And they were like, Charlie Brown. I said, no, where did Charlie Brown get him? He was like, I don't know. I said, the Daisy Mill Puppy Farm.
Mm-hmm.
I said, how many brothers and sisters did he have? And then it was like, wait, I know that part. And then I said, but one of them almost bit the big one. I should know these things, but I do. So, Snoopy, the Red Baron, the one who saved Thanksgiving.
And with his sop with camel, yes.
Yeah. Oh my God, Navy.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, blurs of all ages, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. As I am here with this illustrious crew, I am your frosted bearded blurticorn, and as Black Spartan says, Reverend Navy. I don't know how I got that title. Anyway, if you want to know what shenanigans I'm up to, just go to that name right there. I'm starting to post more, and also getting ready for BlurCon, 12th to the 14th of July. If you don't have your badges, you better bring your asses, because we about to have us a time, and y'all don't want to miss out. Because not only is BlurCon gonna be doing the thing, but we're gonna have Blurred Station there doing the damn thing too. So y'all need to show up and show out. Come show love. Even if you can't, that's all right. We got something else planned for you. Got a little something down the pike for you, because this is what we do as Black folk. I am the creator of the Blurticorn Speaks. Blurticorn Combos. So I am bringing those back here very soon, but July is going to be busy because I've got BlurCon and San Diego Comic-Con coming up. But if I could leave a word with everybody, Jerry, you already know me well enough, brother. Be passionate about what you're creating. Don't worry about who's going to see it, because if you're passionate about it, someone's going to see that passion and their curiosity is going to be piqued. So just keep doing what you're doing and know that you love it. And if other people see how much you're into it and they see this as an amazing thing, they're going to support you. Support isn't necessarily involving money. It's just continuing to show somebody that you are acknowledged, you're seen, you're respected, and you're appreciated. Base and virgins need not apply.
That part.
And we passed the collection plate.
Okay.
Wow,
This
she
is
just
me.
knocked out. Damn, I want a bed like that too.
I don't know what the foot twitching is about either, but this is me. This is Twinkie. I do the editing on this podcast on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Acolyte seems to be fun, so I'm going to try doing what we do with X-Men 97. I'll cut it down tonight and re-air it tomorrow. So if y'all got new thoughts or ideas, I will try to do that around 7-ish Central. So 8 for everybody else who's watching on normal time. You have clips from all our interviews running. Be on the lookout for us at BlurCon. DreamCon San Diego.
Thanks,
I also
Trey.
do- I appreciate you. Oh yeah, I don't
Yes, sir. Jeez.
But yes, please. I see a lot of the old stuff is starting to drive up. So if you're new here, please like and subscribe. If you're checking out the old content, please. I don't do this editing for my health. I also do skits on my own channel on Mondays because Mondays suck, and I try to make them suck a little bit less. So this week's video is going to be something a little different. You 20v1 people, everybody with a white background, y'all are next.
Spartan.
Yeah. Black_Spartan 615 is where you usually can find me on all the socials as I do reviews and stories on everything, including gym stuff, because I believe in finding peace between the weights. Aside from that, the podcast is still the same. How the Fact We Got Here every Wednesday at 7 p.m. because we're going to cover the now still ongoing debate between two grumpy old white men. So we're going to cover that. On Friday, it was Get Bit Podcast, 8:30-ish, as we will cover a lot of news that's come out, especially over Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, because that is definitely a hype train that is not losing steam at any moment. Podcast can be found wherever podcasts you get your podcast from. As well as that, definitely check out the birdseyeView.org website, as a lot of us do have our own writing in there. I actually usually handle the wrestling reviews. Why? Because wrestling is real and people are fake. Shout out to Mr. Kennedy for that one. Not to piggyback off Reverend Navy, because he's usually the one that gives the sermons, but a like, a share, a follow costs nothing and yet will help us out tremendously. Support the cause is all we ask. Aside from that, con season is up and running, guys. 3 simple rules I love to point out because, again, these rules can save a life. At the same time, you'll make friends. Number 1, respect the cosplayer at all times. Cosplaying is for everybody, regardless of your height, your weight, your color, your origin, preferences, or things of that nature. 1 rule, don't do blackface. That's it. Don't get your ass kicked in a con. Don't do blackface. That's the only rule there, outside of making sure that you're wearing, being very appropriate as far as costumes go and things of that nature. Number 2, please grooming and hygiene. Please wash your ass. Please use soap. Please use deodorant. Please use cologne. Please watch my son yawn as he wakes up from his nap. Aside from that, again, you're going to be in a very closed off area. Cleanliness will help out tremendously. Nobody should not be using native deodorant on either side of the gender. You know who you are. And finally, the last rule is the rule that I have for myself as well as for everybody else, guys. In a world that is cold, that is unforgiving, simply put, be nice, be kind, share your fandoms. Don't be a dick, and we'll all be cool.
Yes. And it is your man on the wall, Chris Fury. I want to thank our guest, Jerry from E4Comics. Go check him out July 10th, 8 p.m. Eastern. When that Kickstarter kicks off, look out for that. That's really dope for the idea that you have of going live when it goes live and bringing other people who have other creators who have Kickstarters live as well, so they can. So it's supporting others that support others, supporting others, and I like that. That's a dope idea. So, but thanks for coming in, Jerry. I hope we got you relaxed. I hope we got you feeling good. Dope crew as always. We're doing a great job. We're taking next week off. Ship needs the gas up.
Ship needs maintenance.
Ship needs maintenance. We got to gear up for BlurCon. The whole 9. She needs a lot of stuff going on before we go off to BlurCon. Yes, Blurred Station is your destination, and we are the press team for Blurred Station. You will see us at BlurCon streaming live July 12th through the 14th. Look out for that. Look out for us. You want us to talk to you? Come on over. Sit on the couch. We won't bite unless you pay us. And then that's another thing. And that's Blur's Eye View After Dark. Anyway, you always check us out wherever you listen to your podcast, including Apple Podcasts. Be sure to leave a 5-star review. Talk to the people. Let them know, hey, we like what these guys are about. They're fun. They're funny. They know what they're talking about. And they're not negative at all. Except towards the trolls, and then at which points a negative and a negative makes it a positive. I do remember that
in our blood tests.
In the blood test, right? So you can always listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts. You can check us out on Always Press Record through your Roku and Amazon Fire devices, and you can always show your love over on the YouTube channel. Hit that like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to find out when all we're doing our live shows, interviews, and more. and there's much more coming. But until then, thank you to Jerry for stopping through, showing you love. We need to talk about more about the Acolyte. Show you love over there too. Star Wars babies. If you don't like it, don't watch it and shut the hell up. Until then, I am the man on the wall because I know y'all ain't gonna try to come for me. I'm an Aries. I got a whole tank full of today. I keep it on me. Until then, remember to educate yourself and others, entertain yourself and others, and most of all, encourage yourself and others. I'm Chris Fury. Thank you again, Jerry. Thank you to the crew. Obi, we might be getting you an advancement. Until then, we're out.
Obi will get you a trust.